everyone, it's Nicole with Guiding Echoes, the channel that is devoted to your spiritual and personal growth. And this is my first time doing a YouTube live stream. So I've done it on Facebook, never done it on YouTube, and I gotta admit I'm a little intimidated by this. So anyhow, this week we are going to pull cards from the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck, and this was created by Kim Dreyer. She also wrote this deck as well. Also, I want to apologize for the really crappy lighting. I had planned on doing this video outside, but it got really windy all of a sudden, so I was like, that's not gonna work. We'll have terrible audio, not to mention, you know, my cards could end up flying all over the place. So, I am doing this live from my, phone, and I don't think I can see you guys chatting with me. I wanted to be able to, see your comments, so, that's kind of a bummer. So, you know what? I'm sorry for this. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. I probably should have done a crash course first, but I'm going to open up my laptop here. I'm so sorry, guys. I should have been more organized, huh? It happens. Oh, hey! Hi! Okay, so I can see your chats. That's awesome. Okay, so I don't need my... I love technology. This is awesome. All right, so I don't need my laptop after all. But next time I'm going to have it up just in case. So this camera angle is really kind of bizarre. Maybe if I move this way. Anyways, hi, Victoria. All right, we have... What Butterfly Wings? Hi, What Butterfly Wings? All right. So what I'm going to do is go ahead. Oh, hi, Carlos and Juan. Whoa, a lot of you are joining. Awesome. All right. So what I'm going to do is typical, you know, the typical 3-card pull to see what's going to happen next week. And if you guys have follow-up questions regarding this, you know, this reading, you can ask and pop it up in the question. So hi Tony, hi Whiteheart. It's good to see you guys here. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but YouTube introduced something called a super chat, which allows you to tip your creator. So if you want to give me a tip, that would be much appreciated. And for those of you who do tip, I will put a link to your YouTube channel in the description area down below once this broadcast is finished. So people can go check you out and subscribe to your channel too. Cool deal, right? All right, so we're asking the universe what the energies hold for us next week, which is the week of April 3rd. I'm already getting a sense for the energy, and I feel like it's going to be, I want to say, a pretty mellow week. I don't feel like it's going to be too up and down like a lot of us have kind of gotten used to. Hi, Skylar. It feels like a more mellow week. Okay, I feel like I need to split the deck there, so let's go ahead and see what we got going on. All right. Yeah, these all look nice. I feel like this is a good week. All right, so the very first card, hi, babe Bizzle. All right, so the first card we have is Archangel Raphael. And this card says, I invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge into my life. So who here would like some healing? This could be an emotional healing. Of course, it can be physical. Hi, Pamela. Great to see you here. Thanks for joining us. So Archangel Raphael is the archangel that is known for healing. And so when you are having a difficult time, he's a good one to call out to you. And what I'm hearing is that next week is a week for recovery. So many of you have experienced some challenging times. That's an understatement for some of you, isn't it? So it's not just challenging though. It's probably the same with me, where you feel like your energy is just being swung back and forth and things are up and down. So it's been chaotic. You know, if we were to look at the last few weeks and put a tarot card to it, it would be the Tower card, where you have all this change and people falling out of the building. Like, it's not a good thing, right? So I feel like this, we're coming into a week of recovery where the energies are going to start mellowing out some, and where we're able to really spend some more time with ourselves and give ourselves the space that we need to be able to heal. So this healing could be a very literal healing of our body, where we're giving it the rest and the medication and the foods and everything that it needs in order to get better. It can also be a mental cleansing. You know, sometimes we need a break from the people around us so we can just get some mental clarity. And of course, there's the emotional healing that comes from, you know, rocky relationships and things like that. So again, I feel like things are going to start mellowing out. And this is a good time for you to start asking Archangel Raphael for guidance in this area. So since we're in a week of recovery, this is a great week for different resources to start popping up for us so we can get our healing in motion. The next card I have for you is the Sacral Chakra. And the Sacral Chakra is largely about your personal power. It is about how you really kind of present yourself into the world and how you're able to project yourself into the world, if that makes sense. So this card says, I feel comfortable in my own body and I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. So when we look at this card, we know that this is where we need to start placing our attention this week, is on that sacral chakra, okay? And then the last card I have for you is the healer. So guys, personal power and healing is obviously a very big theme this week, or yeah, the week of April 3rd. So this one says, I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. Hi, William. It's okay. I'm new at this too. So I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. So there's also a karmic type message that is being portrayed here. And that karmic message is that what we give out, we get back, right? What we give out comes back to us. And so when we're looking at the energies for next week, for April 3rd, the cards are giving us a heads up that it's a good week for recovery, and it's also a good week to start putting out those different seeds, those or different deeds that will allow us to get good things to come back to us. So if you're in need of money, you may want to donate a little bit more to your church or your favorite nonprofit organization next week. If you are in need of more compassion or gentleness or better friends, you may want to try to put that down or put that type of energy out there for your own friends. You know what I mean? So start really focusing in on what areas of your life need healing and how you can give that type of healing to the people in the world around you. Make sense? All right, so do you guys have any follow-up questions for me? This is so cool. I love being able to stream with you guys live like this. Excuse me as I have my Irish cream latte decaffeinated. I don't know what this is. I found a new coffee shop today because the coffee shop I typically go to was closed today. So, all right, guys, you have follow-up questions on this? Anything? All right. So I'm gonna give you guys some a moment to go ahead and come up with any questions you may have, and if you come up with anything, you know, of course, pop it up here on the chat. And in the meantime, what I want to do is I want to get you guys going with some good healing energy. So let's get this started. So as many of you may know, or I don't know, maybe you don't know, I am an angel healer and a Reiki practitioner. And so what I love to do is I like to blend the two of them together. And it doesn't matter when you're watching this video. You can be watching it live with me now. You can decide to watch it later when it's recorded, and this energy will still go out to you. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to warm up my hands a little bit. And I'm calling in our angels and asking them to be with us right now. I'm calling in source energy. And let's just go ahead and start sending out this good energy to you guys. So God, I pray for everyone who is watching this video right now, whether they're live or watching the recording. We ask that amazing healing energy flow over each person who is connected to this reading. For every person who saw Archangel Raphael come up, for every person who felt resonated with the sacral chakra and the healing card that came up, we ask that healing energy just flow over them and wash over them, and that they can see this healing energy taking place, taking course in their own lives. throughout this week. So we ask that those who need rest will be able to get rest. We ask that those who need to be able to find a new way to regenerate their body, to gain more energy, will be able to find that. Those who are healing from a broken heart or a very chaotic season in their life will be able to find some rest and find some grounding. So we ask that everyone will find that their needs are met this week and that the resources they need will start to come to them. And so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to start like setting the intention for healing and making a little signal to put inside of your auras so you get that energy. And all you have to do to accept this energy is make it your intention to open up to it. And I am sending this energy right over to you. And then what's interesting is I'm now starting to feel the pull, because some of you are now starting to really accept it and pull it in. So maybe some of you guys are feeling this too. But I'm actually feeling it coming out of my hands like you guys are drawing it out. So that's pretty cool. So healing. I know some of you are saying you need physical healing. For a lot of you, what I'm sensing is a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders. So there's a lot of different stress going on there. So I just kind of want to balance that out. I'm going to pretend you guys are in front of me, and I just want to start balancing out that energy. I feel like I'm in an ASMR video right now. Have you guys ever seen those? Some of them are actually pretty good. All right, so I want to clear that energy out for you guys. And what else? And then I'm also working on your sacral chakra. And for some of you, what's interesting, what I'm seeing is this is a big black ball. And so what I'm doing is getting it rolling again. Some of you may feel this. So if you end up having to use the restroom a lot more than usual after this is probably the reason for it, because we're clearing all of that out. And this is connected to those organs. All right. All right, so I'm starting to see it break up. Yay! And, all right. All right, so I've opened up your sacral chakras, and I'm starting to see it vibrate and pulsate again. All right. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, I like it. All right, so now what I want to do is just kind of do a quick scan and put your chakras back into place. So for those of you who feel as if you're out of alignment, this is going to just kind of help put everything back together. Get everything back into alignment. All right. All right, there you go. So what did you guys think of this? That was a little different, right? A little fun. So we might start doing this more often if you guys enjoyed this. And I do like being able to send you guys Reiki at the end. I think that's an element I'd like to keep going. So yeah, so anyways, if you guys would like a personalized reading with me, you can visit my website, guidingechoes.com. I also offer personalized Reiki there. And Francis, I'm really sorry to hear that. Let's see, do you have any advice or angels to address grief? So grief is a very intense form of heartache, right? It is something that you can feel in your gut, you feel it in your heart, and you also just feel it being this constant drain in your energy, because it's this tremendous loss that you end up feeling. And so when it comes to grief, all right, I wasn't planning on doing angel communication, but let's go ahead and do this. I like this question because it's general. And so I think a lot of you guys will be able to work with that. So let me see who I can connect with. I'm purposely calling in Archangel Raphael. So here's what I'm getting from that. Grief is an obstacle all of its own, because it operates on a very different vibrancy from other types of fear, sadness, and depression. Because grief can also be seen as a form of love. Something or someone that you love is no longer in your presence. It feels as if they are no longer attached to you. So when it comes to grief, it's very important that you give that grief a voice. And so that grief needs a voice in many different ways, because all of you watching this, all of you are different, and all of you have different ways of expressing your feelings that will be healing to you. So for many of you, you will cry until you get to the point of exhaustion. And then there's this level of peace that you feel, but it is tainted by this extreme sadness. And so what we want to share with you is that your experience of grief is not something that you can rush. It is not something that can be easily forgotten or triggered, because grief is a language of love. And so what we want you to know is that there is no reason to feel bad for feeling bad when you are in this state of grief. Know that you are feeling it because you were loved so deeply, or because you loved someone so deeply, and that right there is a precious treasure and a precious gift. And in the beginning moments, in the first seasons of grief, there is very little that can be done to make you feel better about the situation. But what you can do is allow yourself to have more energy, because grief does bring with it its own level of exhaustion. And while we cannot do anything to get rid of the pain of sadness and the pain of loss, we can help you, if you so desire, to get a little more energy so it's easier to get through your tasks throughout the day. So for this exercise, what you would do is plant your feet onto the ground. You can be in your house, you can be outside. Outside is preferable, but we know that for many of you that's not an option right now. So place your feet firmly on the ground and imagine that there is green light coming up from the earth. And this is the earth energy. This is from Gaia. So Gaia is very nurturing in many different ways. You've seen how she is able to nurture sick trees, nurture sick plants, nurture sick flowers back into health. And Gaia can do the same thing for you as well. So get rooted with your feet on the ground and just imagine green energy from the earth flowing up through your body, and it is going upwards. Because what we want you to envision is energy coming up in through you and not going down. Because there is a psychological factor about imagining things going down. So we are not wanting to flush out anything in your body right now. We are wanting to put energy back into your aura and even back into your body. So when you get a few moments, when you feel as if you have enough time and even energy to focus on this exercise, this is something that can help you on an energetic level. So you may still feel some sadness and you'll still feel bits of the depression. You'll still feel the disconnection, but at least you'll be able to get some energy back. And the other thing that's nice about this exercise is when you're focused on gaining energy back from Gaia, you are, in essence, taking a break from the grief that you're feeling from the loss. So even this allows you to have a little bit of a mental vacation, if you will, from that grief energy. If you need to connect with your guardian angels, remember that you can always just call out to us and ask us to bring you the resources that you need. So thank you for asking that question. All right. Whew. Was that helpful for you guys? Never know what's going to come through with an angel channeling. I never knew to plant my feet and imagine green energy from the earth, so that was new for me too. All right. So since I had my eyes closed, I don't know if you guys were asking anything. I don't know if I can go back and check the chats either on here. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, questions about angel numbers. Good, I'm glad, Ruthie. That's great. Ruthie says, I felt so connected and experienced my body tingle. Everything you are sharing live, I'm going through deeply. Thank you. You are very, very welcome. Oops, I'm like showing my hand off on the camera. Sorry, guys. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close this session. I hope that you found it helpful. And let me know if you want me to continue doing these live so I can connect with you guys like this in future broadcasts. So if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.